Is it on? We have good? Do we have good? I think we have good. Good little critter right there. Don't have any video though. I can fix that. Activate the camera. There we are, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. Sound is very quiet, but I think I can fix that. Audio is terrible right now. I think that should fix it right about there. Testing 1, 2. No, it's still not fixing it. What the hell's going on with my audio? Oh, that's what's going on with my audio. The microphone is turned down for some strange reason. All right, that should. Ooh, that overclocked it. Get this down to there. I think we are set with audio. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, thank you for calling. Would you like to? Would you like to start your subscription to Time Life? I think I fixed the. We got the fix. We got it. We got it. I think I got it fixed. We're good. We're good. We're good. We should be good. Now, I had. Let me show you the technical difficulty I was having earlier. This is going to be. This is beautiful. Look at this. Ta-da! That is bad. The technical term for that is bad. It is a technical bad thing. What was going on? I believe what we had was the failure of my capture card. I think that's what was going on yesterday when I kept seeing the video crap out and come back. We kept seeing flashes of dark, bright, on the capture card, on the video. Which is, generally speaking, on a video medium, a bad thing. Now, I have replaced that camera because I didn't have the capture card to replace, or I didn't have a replacement capture card, but I've replaced that camera with the camera that I was using in my home studio. And now I just need to figure out how to get my damn phone to charge up with my janky ass equipment we have here. And then we'll get on with the bottles and finishing the process. There we go. Finishing the process of getting this damn whiskey done. You ask about my truck's extended warranty. Fair enough. So I need to adjust this because I tend to project, and if I project too much, we overclock the audio. So I need to bring it down so I don't. My normal speaking voice will keep us. I did have a lavalier, but the connection between the lavalier and the broadcast box was broken. Now, this is the new cam. It is, I need to, it's not new, it's the one from my house. So I need to adjust it so that it fits the screen. And then, there we go. And then get working on signing, putting the information on the bottle. So off I go over to here where we can get crack-a-lackin'. And the good thing about today is that I will be able to sit move you a little bit. That'll be fine. Come over here, bring the camera. Hi, everybody. Bring the camera down to right about here. No, not there. Right there. Extend you out a little bit. That should do it. Can't really see. It's not as It's not as tight a shot as we had with the Canon cam, but it'll do. It will do. It'll do just fine. So what we're doing, I've decided on the numbering convention that I'm going to use with these bottles. We've got our months aged, which is 6. We have 6 months aged in a 5-gallon barrel, and it's batch number 0423-01. 0423-01. So 6 months aged, a 5-gallon barrel, 0423-01. There we go. That's what we got. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 0423-01. You see that? Is it clear? There we go. All hand done. A razor camera. All right, I'll check that out. I will check that out. But it got me thinking how much of a technological world we live in. I mean, not thinking terribly deeply about it, but 042301. 042301. And there's only going to be 271 of these bottles. Some of them will be in stores. Most of them will be sold here at the distillery. And you have to get your reservation. Have your bottle reserved. And you got to come pick them up on January 27th or 28th. And that reservation will come off the price of the bottle on those 2 days only. It's aged 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, batch 042301. On those 2 days only. Because 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 2, 3. Because after that, you're going to be asking me to hold that bottle because our distributors want them. Other people want these bottles too, but our distributors want the bottles. So if you come in, you buy your bottle, $50, $60 to buy the bottle, that's fine, no big deal. But if you come in the next week and you're like, do you have any of those bottles left? The answer is going to be no. We don't have those bottles left. Because the distributor is going to come on Tuesday or Wednesday. I was already talking to him. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Months aged. I told him how much we have, and he's like, tell me how much you got on Monday. You got it, brother. I'm not even being hyperbolic about it. I'm going to make a video around lunchtime, post it up on Facebook today. Tomorrow, we have 1 day remaining to purchase your, and that's tomorrow, the Thursday. 1 day remains. Whoops. I'm going to shatter one of these bottles. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 042301. Fourth batch, released 2023, The first one of 2023. So I guess it should be 040123, right? Would it be 040123? Fourth batch, first release of 2023. I mean, I could change it, but I think it was fourth batch from 2023, first release. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that, 2301. Because then it'll be 2302, 2303. I think we should have 5 releases this. Might have 4 or 5 releases from this batch. So, 042301. And this is a paint pen, so this ink should this isn't even ink, it's paint. It should stick around forever and ever. Amen. 04230. But inevitably, someone's going to come in February 6th, February 7th, and they're going to be all like, hey, you have any of that batch 401 remaining? I'm like, nope, we don't have any more 2301. Sorry. It's aged. And then they're going to get mad, and I'm going to tell them, we were here. 042301. We were here. We were open. We tried. Razor, Razer. I'm definitely going to look into that. But yeah, Slade was talking about that last night on the show. How, we've moved ourselves into this technological space where people can just barge into our house and leave a message whether we want them to or not, a garbled message that doesn't make any sense. These voicemail message. I mean, they've been able to do voicemails since eons, but now they can leave voicemails wherever we're at. We can be minding our own business in a fishing peaceful lake somewhere, and then we get a bloop on our phone. We look down, and it's it's a voicemail. We look at the voicemail, and it's, hey, can you me back? You're like, what the hell's that even about? 01. This is nice ink. This is a nice color too. Really pretty color. Look at that. Beautiful. 042301. I need to take a picture of that. Months aged, 6, 5 gallon. 042301. Yeah, we're gonna take a picture of that. Just right there. Boomtown Bourbon. Boom. That goes into the Facebooks there, baby. Post a photo. Boom. 0423 -01. Getting ready to debut. Post it. Next. Publish. Booyah. This is what social media management looks like. You get to see all the behind the scenes stuff when you hang with Old Humble. Six months. 5 gallon. 042301. started talking to our label makers. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrels. At the new style label that we're going to work on. 2301. We'll be working on those for the next. That's the next project. We start that on Friday or Thursday tomorrow. And we have the two commemorative two limited edition labels that we're going to do. 250 or 500 label increments. Match number 042301. But we really do live in an amazing world, interconnected through time and space. I mean, the ability to FaceTime someone on the other side of the world is equivalent to time travel. I mean, what Slade was saying last night, our ability to go to a person's house right now is leaps and bounds beyond the ability of people 100 years ago or even 50 years ago. Because I mean, think about it. To go visit your relative in Wyoming or Wisconsin or wherever, you had to. I mean, that was days of travel in some cases. 100 years ago, that was days of travel most of the time. That was days of travel in some cases. But now you can literally go thousands of miles, FaceTime them through, our interwebs here, without even leaving your house, without 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 traveling through any. You're not physically there, but you're virtually there. And that's an astonishing world we live in. We do things today that they couldn't conceive of. They didn't even conceive of with the Jetsons. We do things today that they couldn't even fathom in the world of tomorrow stuff that they did back in the 50s and 60s. That's pretty amazing. We live in an amazing place. There's nothing we can't solve if we want to solve a problem. If we want to solve it, we can solve it. That's the world we live in. I mean, we came up with a whole fucking vaccine for a pandemic in like 9 months. A whole vaccine. Now, granted, the work had already been done for years to like set a foundation, set a baseline to create that thing. Just like, you're watching 3 days, 4 days worth of work here that is the culmination of years of effort to get to this point. And it really isn't the end point of that effort. It's kind of the beginning of the next phase of the effort that needs to go into it. We're not done by any stretch of the imagination. The next thing we need to do is sell the whiskey. You don't just make it and put it on the counter, put it on a shelf or whatever. You actually have to sell this stuff. That's the next real challenge that I face. We're also doing quality control as we do this, because I'm making sure my labels don't have ugly air pockets inside of them. I said yesterday I'm much more tolerant with the back label than I am with the front label, but some things just got to be addressed. Once aged 6, 5-gallon barrel size, 042301. People, my phone is lighting up today. Potential scams out of state. Huh. Let's see if I can fix this one entirely. May need to hit this one with the heat gun to fix it. Let's see what I can do with this one. There we go. That solved the problem, I believe. Should be good. Good. All right. See, the trick though is we have to want to solve the problems. There's a lot of people that benefit from problems that we face, and we're not really honest about the problems we face. We kind of lie about it for whatever reason. We carry water for these people. And we ignore or forget, choose not to care about the problems that choice carries. And there's so many things that are like that, you know. And we know what the problem is, like climate change. We acknowledge, like we talk about, sending stuff to Mars to terraform Mars and do stuff there. And then we're like, oh, but humans can't change the climate on Earth. What makes Mars so damn special? You think we can change the climate on Mars, but we can't change the climate on Earth? We're just not honest with ourselves in a lot of cases. We know good and well we can do stuff here on Earth. We've done it all the time. Changing whole biomes, and we've done it. We know we can do it because we've done it. Boomtown Bourbon. Boomtown. 423 042301. trying to keep it on the label so I don't actually get it on the glass, but I may get a couple of these pens to sign the bottles with, because they're nice pens. Um, I need to send that picture to Rob. And my distributor. And Twitter. Everybody gets to see it. Little previews here and there. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 042301. Everybody's going to be like, what's April 23rd? Nope. That's not it. 042301. And tomorrow, I draw a golden ticket out of the pre-sales. And that person's going to get a free bottle of Boomtown Bourbon. You notice I stop talking when I start writing because I can't think. I can't write and talk at the same time. If it's any more than just like one number, I have to stop and think about what I'm doing. And for the record, I really do hate these clear labels. Very Willy Wonka of me. Yeah, I said when I first started this that I kind of wanted distillery tours to be Willy Wonka-esque. Like they're rare. You know, we're not open to the public all the time. We're not. But what ended up happening was I was just like, yeah, we'll do tours whenever you want to do a tour. Just schedule it with me, whatever. I'm easy. So we got 1, 2. What do you have over here? 5 cases? Hand craftsmanship at its finest. I wish there was a way that I could do like the bottle numbering on the labels and automate it, you know, but I don't think there really is. There we go. There we go. I just got a text from somebody. Oh, look, we got a troll bot. Open up the public on a Saturday and we'll come down and do a live. Dude, absolutely. We'll open up to the public on Saturday. We can do that. That'd be fun. Uh, sexfine.xyz. We're going to have to remove that comment, however. First, we're going to hide the user on the channel. Then we're going to remove the comment. So, bye-bye, sexbot. Beep boop, beep boop. But it's cool that, like, the trolls can find us. The bots can find us. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel. Batch number 042301. And lately we have been open on Saturdays. You know, we've been doing, well, not the last few weeks because we haven't had any product. But going forward, we're going to have some product left over. I'll probably keep a case. Like, I mean, I keep saying we're not going to have any, but we're probably going to have like 11 bottles. We'll probably have 11 bottles. Some for cocktails and some for sale here at the distillery, because the distributor's not going to want a case with 11 bottles in it. So they'll take everything we got, but they're not going to want a partial case. So I'll still have some. But just a few. In my head right now. In my head right now. Going through my head right now. That song from TikTok. You know, that one? You don't have any idea what I'm talking about. I think it's Rihanna. I don't want to say it out loud because then it's going to be stuck in your head. But that may be the only way to get it out of mine. And if I don't get it out of mine, it might cause mental illness, you know. Six months aged, 5-gallon barrel, batch 4, 2023-01 release. The first release from 2023. 2023 first release. How many types and finishes of whiskey do I make? That is a great question, functional gentlemen. We have this is our flagship, Boomtown Bourbon. We make straight whiskey, which was actually the most frequently sold whiskey that we make. The best seller, if you will. Our special reserve. Our double oak rye. So that's four. Four that we have and we sell currently. Now we are going to have variations on our Boomtown Bourbon label, special edition labels, special labels that we're going to market and sell. We have a special label coming out in April that we're going to have a special guest today talking about, coinciding with opening day of America's pastime. Or opening month of America's pastime, which I think is actually in March, but April's a good time to release a special opening day style, opening day coordinated. Spring training's in March. Opening day's in late March, I think. And then I've got also in late February or later on this year. I'm not exactly sure what the timing will be, but it might even be at the same time as that release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cases over here. Right, 17, that was 5 cases over there. Just so you can see what kind of nerd I am. I organize the bottles in nice little geometric shapes so that I can keep track of them. And I can, well, not just to keep track of them, but just kind of have fun doing it. So we have 4 mainline, and then we got 2 more commemorative labels coming this year. So this year we're going to have 6 total. Straight whiskey, special reserve, double oak rye, Boomtown Bourbon, 72-hour blackout Boomtown Bourbon, and Gangsta Mac Boomtown Bourbon. And the Gangsta Mac label is going to be fun. Probably only about 200, probably about the same amount as this, 250 labels of the Gangsta Mac, 250 bottles of the Gangsta Mac, numbered bottles, commemorative release, months aged 6, 5G, 2301, and probably the same amount, probably that same amount for our blackout bourbon, probably only about 250 labels of that to be released. That will be made with, or that'll be finished, that'll be produced with water that we captured from the runoff of the freeze of 2021. 42301. And I should probably make more of those bottles, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to have a very limited release, and people can just come knock down the door and buy them all. What was that? I heard I keep hearing random like dripping around here. 42301. I should probably do 500 bottles. Because it's going to be a cool label to do 250 of the Gangsta Mac, 500 of the, maybe I'll just do 500 of those special labels, 500 of each. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Uh-oh. I got a message. Hang on. Um, hmm, um, so my sister was involved in a car wreck this last weekend. Everyone's okay though, so that's cool. I need to reach out and give her a chat later on. My aging process is 6 months. In these small barrels, surface area to volume ratio, all that. So we go 6 months in a 5 gallon barrel. 042301. So 6 months in a 5 gallon barrel is the equivalent of 5 to 7 years um, in a full size barrel, and we get probably a little bit more character from the heat and the heat cold cycles that come through here. Uh, it's not a drastic swing of hot and cold because it's an insulated room. It can be 50 degrees outside and still 60 degrees in here. But we can go, it can be 90 degrees outside and 85 degrees in here. But we can go from, 75 degrees to 50 degrees in a given day inside this room because it's not it's insulated, but it's not very insulated. We have a giant door back there. Uh, Take a look of our giant door back there. We have giant door on either side of the facility. Um, and those doors are just steel. They're not insulated at all. Not insulated at all. Um, so we do get some temperature fluctuation. It doesn't stay a steady temperature in here at all. But when I get my tasting room, it'll stay at a fairly steady temperature because that room will be insulated and air conditioned. Um, and I can show the barrels. Oops. Turn for everything. Turn, turn, turn. There's my barrels. That was this batch, 10 barrels. 10 barrels, roughly 50 gallons, just a little bit more, 47, I believe. Just a little bit under 10 gallons, or 5 gallons per barrel after the aging was done. Go a little bit that way. Months aged 6, 5G 042301. Boosh. Boomtown. Whoops. Just knock it right over there, Winona. Who's that? Sunflowers is in the house. Oh, thanks, son. I appreciate it. We are not going to achieve the 72 hours worth of live streaming that I hoped because I cannot try as I might. I tried getting up. I tried getting up and getting here before 10 o'clock today, but it did not happen. It just did not happen. I had work to do this morning. Just getting up here at 3 in the morning is just not in the works. Hell, getting up here at 7 in the morning is not in the works. Unless I spend the night here. And even when I spent the night here, I didn't wake up and start streaming. It just didn't happen. But I'll be here late tonight. We're going to be here late tonight doing. We've got guests coming in. We've got a whole damn event scheduled tonight. 042301. 42301. Got to arrange my table. Stuff placed where it needs to be. Getting clogged up. All right. Move them around. I am a little bit worried about these tables sagging and failing in the middle, but I don't think I have to worry about that anytime soon. I should put supports underneath. All it is MDF. I should put supports underneath the tabletop to ensure that doesn't happen. Because we do have a distinct sway in the middle of my table over here. Do I have plans for cook-off? This guy's asking where he can scoop up a couple bottles. I'm telling him right now, you can scoop them up here if it's not reserved. When I'll have more here. Let's see here. And no plans. Oops. No plans for Houston Rodeo. We'll stop by Humble Rodeo, though. But I'd be happy to join these guys. Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. All right, back to the show. All right, sorry, had to answer some texts. Where can I get a bottle? Right here, my man. You can get one right here. Where else? Right here. I don't know where else yet. 5 gallons. is one of my cook team guys I'm chatting with, by the way. Come to our tent at Houston. Want to bring guests? That's cool. A little fun. I'll have the Boomtown. Yeah. I don't know when the Houston cook-off starts. I think it starts the 20. I think it starts late February. Five G042301. See, with the cannon, it would have been a much tighter shot. You would have been able to see. I guess I could lower this down some. Make a slightly tighter angle. A little bit better. I mean, it's still not, not zoomed in all the way. Turn it this way. Turn you this way. And we good. Oh, 42301. He'll remind me closer to the cook-off. It's good to know cook teams. These people they cook like evil scientists. They can make food like just monsters, just absolutely amazing brisket. Amazing brisket, amazing shrimp, amazing crawfish. These people are freaking wizards, and it is so much fun. Six months, 5 gallons. 0423. I thought this was going to take a lot longer than it is. But this is rolling along nicely. I got to read this real quick. Pardon me. People fucking interfering with shit. All right. People. I need my harmonica. I'm about to get in a fight with somebody at my kid's school. What is wrong with these people? I cannot believe this stuff. It's cool. It's cool. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I know they mean well. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But that's cool. It's cool. Mm. Mm. Get myself a drink of water. That'll help. Got a couple of sody waters here. Some Cokes. Got 3 Cokes, but I'm going to have some water. Water break. Oh, I just kicked my phone onto the floor. Great. You still working, little phone? Yeah. All right. Supply chain issues were also on my mind earlier today. Nothing in particular, mind you. Just was thinking about a game that I have, actually. Um, uh, in a game and like relating it to real life and how fortunate I am that I have most of my supplies close to home. Um, most of my supplies close to home. Cheers, Polska Bob. Welcome to the party. Um, and that I can, most of the supplies that I need, like the bottles and the corks and the, they're not too far over the horizon. But the further away these supply chains get, the longer it has to go, the more of a challenge it is to get the things that I need. I mean, I had the chance to order a bunch of bottles from China, which, not any big deal. It's just glass coming from China. but goes through the port in China, onto the boat, through whatever canals it has to go through. Um, into the port here at Houston, where it has to pass through customs. Pass through customs, pass through customs into a storage unit, out of the storage unit onto a truck, onto the truck, or possibly onto a train to a warehouse. The warehouse, truck, my facility. Versus me just driving down to Laredo. Driving down to Laredo and picking up 2 or 3 pallets when I need 2 or 3 pallets. How's my punishment? I don't know what you're talking about. Months aged, 6 months aged, 5 gallons. 042301. So when I need more bottles, I can just rent a truck for a couple $100, spend a day on the road. And I have 3 or 4 pallets of bottles, enough to sustain me for the year. And we're good to go. But if I have to get these bottles coming in from China, there's 6 hands that these bottles pass through, and anything can go wrong along the way. The longer the supply chain, the more people involved in the supply chain. And I was thinking about this with regards to this dumb game I played called Factory Town. The longer the supply chain, the more hands it pass through, the more buildings pass through, the more inputs it goes through. The more dangerous, the more precarious the supply chain gets. Anything can go wrong. My supply chain is pretty secure, considering that it's just me to the warehouse and back. There's a lot of stuff that goes between me and the warehouse, but I don't have to worry about import, export, all that stuff. Meanwhile, 423-01. Meanwhile, I know people who are just without bottles for 6 to 8 months because there was a delay somewhere up and down that supply chain. And that sucks. And when you look at what's going on with Ukraine and Europe and China and Russia, how the war with Ukraine that Russia has decided to engage in has affected supply chains with China, between Russia and China. China's got themselves kind of over a barrel, so to speak. Because pipelines don't go east, they go west. My phone is buzzing. My sister's talking to the fam. I mean, Europe's supply chain extended out because they're not going through Ukraine. They're getting stuff from Africa or United States or wherever. They have to go around because of the disruption. They're not getting stuff from Russia. They're having to replace the supply from Russia for whatever stuff they get from Russia. We don't import a lot from Russia, so it's not really affecting us except for oil and gas, but we've kind of accommodated that in the last 6 months or so. Going on a year with that war. A whole fucking year. Crazy. Not a whole lot of people thought it would last that long. I know I didn't. After those first couple of weeks when it looked like Ukraine was going to hold out. The big difference in that was Zelensky didn't leave the country. That made a huge difference as far as morale and fighting and being able to believe in the strength of the Ukrainian forces and the resolve of the Ukrainian government. Anyway, back to the text. Back to work. 42301. Sorry, Bob. I'm not paying close enough attention. How's my penmanship? Penmanship. It's not terrible. It looks. It's legible. I'm trying to be consistent with it so that it looks decent, but it's also clearly handwritten and clearly unique. So each one is going to be its own little thing. And I'm using a paint pen, so it shouldn't smudge. If I look at one here in the middle, yeah, one in the middle, this is one from the middle, so it's not smudging. It's not fully dry yet, but it's not smudging either, so pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. Six, 5 gallons. 42301. And I've got a fine, ultra fine tip on the pen. I'm trying to be very careful about it to make sure we don't just get garbage. But I do think I'm going to get another couple of these pens for signing. I've been signing the bottles with Sharpies. But I really do like these pens. 42301. Damn, that's the 4th time my phone has rang since I started streaming an hour ago. My penmanship is suspect at best. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. My punishment is probably also fairly suspect. Now, I think I'm going to take the camera and move it over to. Well, let me see here. How many more cases do we have? 22. So let's put 11 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to do one more case over here. Then I'm going to move the camera over here. Here has 2 syllables in humble. Here. And line up this table with the same amount of cases. That way I'll have 2 good working surfaces that I can work on. And they'll be pretty evenly balanced. Who calls a business during work? I know, right? Well, I mean, these are just telemarketers. These aren't even like people. Potential scam, telemarketer. One of them was my label guy, but I talked to him before the stream, so I already talked to him. Um, 042301. But I think about, logistics. I mean, that's my hobby, kind of, is thinking about logistics and stuff like that, and getting how to get bottles in stores. And from me to you, I think about that a lot. What has to go on in between production and the next batch? Um, there's like all kinds of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that nobody looks at, nobody really knows about. Very complicated systems. And our job is to simplify those complicated systems. And ironically enough, CEOs, operations officers, they work to complicate complicated systems and make them seem simple so that they seem more valuable. Because if you simplify things, you are less valuable. Because they're simple. Anybody can do a simple thing, right? Anybody can do simple things. But one way to make yourself look really valuable is to run a large, complicated organization. So complicate the crap out of it. No consultant wants to make their client's business look so simple that they don't need a consultant. The CrossFit place is booming right now. I hear the music through the walls. Oh, it does wipe off. Hot damn, good. Ha! When it's wet, it wipes off. All right, so 5 months aged. I fucked it up again. All right. Use my brain. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel. Batch number 042301. And now I've got blue ink on me. Son of a bitch. Oh no. Ugh. Blue paint. Out, damn spot. Testament to my guilt. Yeah, thee are a witness against me. Thou art a witness against my wrath. Months age 6, 5 gallons, 042301. But when it comes to information systems, that tremendously helps to cut through a lot of the complications in organizations, and information helps with these long distance um, the long distance uh, chains, supply chains. I don't want them to label my whiskey. I want to label my whiskey. All right, let's see how we're going to do this. How are we going to move the camera? How about I just move my chair over here, move the camera. I don't think the cord stretches that far. Let me look and see. I'm going to move it right here. Then I'm going to move the production booth. You know what? No, I can just move the... Uh-oh, I think I just lost my recording. I did. Keep recording. Thank you. All right, now we're going to move the camera to right here. That'll work. Get up, yeah. There we go. Oi. Perfect. That's my phone. Somewhere. Where's my phone? Nope, we lost video. Let's fix this. Switch to the HP camera. I think we may have fucked everything up. Nope. Yep. Hold on. I think I can fix this. There's me. Sources. Oh, I didn't even have that one on there. Cool. So, add. No. Not that. Let's go with that. There it is. Beautiful. Move it back just a little bit. Nice. Okay. Now it's time to get crack-a-lacking again. All right. We're good. Everybody good? Everybody happy? Everybody's happy. Everybody's good. And I kicked my phone off the table again. All right. See who called me and left a voicemail. It's Kelly Miller with the AMG Approval Department. And you speak to me regarding my company's available refund credits. These fucking idiots. It was a scammer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Systems can always be made more efficient. Usually they're made more efficient by complicating the crap out of them. I mean, that's, you know, they can be made tremendously efficient by complicating the crap out of them. This person specializes in freight, import, export, freighting, freight check-in, freight check-out, all that stuff, but it puts it through a whole nother set of hands, a whole nother set of eyeballs, a whole nother set of complications, a whole nother set of challenges. It making things more efficient does not necessarily mean it's less complicated. It oftentimes puts more steps in the process. It's just you have specialists in the process that smooth it out. I mean, there's a whole lot of people that I could work with to make things, there we go, to make things simpler for me, but the whole process is more complicated because there's more people involved. Um, and the more people, the more steps, the more stages of the process, the more complicated everything becomes. Even if it is, simpler. I'm going to put one more case over there to open up a little bit more space over here. Damn it. Blue ink. Ugh. Hate it. Get that off. Out. Damn spot. Emma has a thing to do at 1 o'clock. So my friend Emma, the dilemma, may be available very soon. So I'm going to actually probably go another hour, shut down, eat, come back, turn on the restream, so I can have my guests streaming in and arriving. Hopefully, I'll be able to get done with this. Let's see here. It's taking me about an hour and a half. I could do this in an hour and a half. Like, for example, I could print out my own labels. 0, 4, 2, 3. And that would be way more efficient, or way simpler, rather, printing out my own labels. But it would be way less efficient because I could just hire a damn print shop to do my labels, and then I don't have to worry about it. But hiring a print shop complicates things because there's proofs, there's approvals, there's files that have to be swapped back and forth, editing, copying, all the stuff that needs to be done. And there's a whole nother person interpreting what I'm telling them to do. Whole nother person out there interpreting my instructions, which may or may not be interpreted correctly, depending on how well I can communicate. And that's a mess. It's a headache. It's a frustrating challenge sometimes, but it makes it way more efficient by just hiring somebody to do it, even if it does complicate things slightly. Efficiency doesn't always make my penmanship is getting worse. It's staying about the same. It's legible and unique. That's all that needs to be. But yeah, efficiency and simplicity are not always bedmates. We sacrifice simplicity for efficiency and sacrifice efficiency for simplicity all the time. Sometimes, if it's a really great, really excellent opportunity, you can do both. Get more simple and more efficient. And that usually involves a technology upgrade that's more complicated than the actual solution. Like driving to work. I mean, driving to work is way more efficient than walking to work. But a car is insanely complicated. But you don't have to know how to work the car. You don't, or, you don't know you don't have to know how to build a car, which is a complicated process. You just have to know how to turn it on and drive it, which is a simple process. turning on a car and driving it is simple. Just turn a key, push a button. And hell, the efficiency of pushing a button to turn it on in a car, or have remote entry, remote activation of your car, all that remote shit that you do with your car, like that is complicated as shit. To be able to get, turn on your car from your phone is complicated. You had to have cell phone towers and cell phones and Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, authentication, all that stuff. But the act of turning on your car has been so simplified. And the maintenance of that technology is fairly simple. You just have some nerd in his living room, nerd in his office, overseeing the code, making sure everything's running okay. I think we're losing ink. May have to go to my new pen. Getting worse, confirmed. Springbank's distillery still runs with only one computer, and it's in their gift shop. Ha! I think I'm running out of ink is what's happening. Months aged 6, 5 gallons. 042301. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch pens in a second. Six months aged, 5 gallons. 042301. Besides, nobody actually reads this stuff anyway. There we go. Parking lot. 142, 145, 197, 207, 120. Okay, ink's back. 042301. I mean, we volunteer to complicate our lives with relationships. Where am I at? The camera's over here. I'm off to the side of the camera. It's a perfectly simple life to sit there and not have a wife, or not have a husband, not have a boyfriend, not have a girlfriend, not have a wife and a girlfriend. But we voluntarily go out and complicate the shit out of it for the sake of efficiency in some cases. You have your steady date every Friday. You know where who you're having dinner with. You know who you're spending time with. It's an extremely efficient social life. 2301. And it's not just out of its economic efficiency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Social efficiency, economic efficiency, emotional efficiency, usually, if it's a healthy relationship. But even if it's not a healthy relationship, you know where your psychosis is coming from and going to, and get out of unhealthy relationships. By the way, those are bad for you, generally speaking. I may skip lunch. Just to get this done. 2, 3, 0, 1. Besides, I like my complicated life. She's a lovely girl, and I'm happy to have a complicated life with her. I wouldn't want to complicate it with anyone else. But it is woefully complicated and super duper efficient. I woke up this morning, kid you not. Every single light in our house was on and the front door was open. Like, who the hell am I living with in this house? They're just like, yeah, I'll just leave the front door open now. I live with a bunch of animals. Just left for school and the front door was open. La la la. Cracks me up. That's legible, Bob. It's perfectly legible. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Penmanship, unparalleled. Unparalleled penmanship. I am the very model of a modern major general. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 042301. The first release of the year 2023 from batch number 4. Batch 4, 2023 first release. The previous bottles of batch 4 were a mini release in 2022. It would have been 2022-A probably, -M to signify that it was a mini release. It wasn't really a full batch. You know, it was batch 4. I pulled some bottles out of batch 4. It wasn't a we used some acceleration tricks to get those first few bottles out. They weren't exactly the same as this batch 042301, so I wanted to have a different designator from batch 4 to batch this batch 4, from that batch 4 to this batch 4. Be right back, kids. Got to check something out the front door. Oh, the sun is shining out here. All right, that's all clear. I need to find a home for some equipment that we have that was sold to us as part of our installation of our steam generator. It was not needed anymore, or wasn't needed as part of the installation. But they won't buy it back from me. The distributor won't buy it back. The dealer won't buy it back from me. Which kind of pisses me off because it's their product. They're like, no, we don't want it back. Like, it's unused. You can take it I'll sell it to you at half the price. You can sell it at full price. Nope, uninterested. Uninterested. Which is really annoying because I could use a couple $1,000. A lot more than I can use this shitty equipment that I've got. And it's not the whole equipment, it's just the components. It's a pressure valve, uh, temperature related pressure valve that I didn't need, a heat well, something else for the thermometer, heat well for the thermometer, something else. I guess I could put 22 liters for the barrel size because that's the technical size of the barrels. 22 liters is not exactly 5 gallons, but nobody knows what a liter is. I'd have to sit there and explain to them. Yeah, 22 liters is 5 gallons. A lot of good that does anybody. All right, I gotta move these bottles to the other side of the table. I've got a log jam here of whiskeys. I've got a log jam over here. So I've got to move these finished bottles over here and these unfinished bottles over here so that I can properly do the stuff that needs to be done. I'm sure this is loud, isn't it? Proceeds to continue to do it loudly. I have to take this call. It is my lovely wife. Please excuse me. Hello? All right, back. We're back. That was my lovely wife. She's a lovely person. I love her. Truly, truly do. She needed to talk. So we talked. Y'all just had to sit tight for a minute. Sorry about that. But we're back on with the show. We're getting to get this all done in time for lunch, I hope. Oddly enough, she didn't want to keep talking when I started moving bottles around. Because, in her words, that's deafening. But she didn't mind when I told her I'm working in the middle of a live stream and you have a meeting to go to. Funny how that works. But I love her. I love her with all my heart. She's a special lady for putting up with my shit. All right. We got everything situated. What's going on here? Do we not have audio? Hello, audio? Do we not have audio? Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? Live. Are we back? We're back, right? There we go. Okay. I wasn't live on my phone. That's what was happening. Okay. So we good. We are good. Oops. Come on. Into the belt. There you go. All right. Let's get this camera where it needs to be. So I can do my thing. All right, kids. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 88 bottles remain. 88 bottles of booze on the wall. 88 bottles of booze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You take one down. You sign it around. Once aged, 6, 5 gallons. 042301. We got a lot of transitions going on at the old Humble Guy household. And, you know, whenever somebody says, I don't want you to feel like the bad guy, the first question would be, why the fuck would I feel like the bad guy? Why on earth would you even suggest that, idiot? Fuck. There we go. Months aged, 6 months, 5 gallons, 042301. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Move this right about there. Yeah, that's better. I hear heavy equipment outside doing all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this area. The expansion of 1960. I'm going to get no fewer than a dozen people telling me, oh, those roads are terrible. Yeah, I know they're terrible. I didn't build them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 2 more rows that I got to set up over here. Y'all can't see what I'm pointing at, but trust me, it's awesome. But we'll get this done in just a second. 2 rows, and then I just got to fill them out. 5 months, 6 months aged, 5 gallons, 04 to 301. 6 months, 5 gallons, 04 to 301. 6 5G 04 to 301. 6 months, 5 gallons, 04 to 301. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Five gallons, 042301. Boomtown, baby. 6 months, 5 gallons, 042301. 6 months, 5 gallons, 042301. Y'all want to make Vanessa Kitty mad and tell her that 0.9 repeating equals 1? And go off on a soliloquy about that again? And that 0.3 repeating does not equal 0.9 repeating? Or 0.3 repeating times 3 does not equal 0.9 repeating? Months aged, 6 months aged, 5 gallons, 042301. Now, you know, when we were talking the other day about infinite sets and how infinite sets don't equal each other, this morning I was thinking about the visible universe, the actual universe, the visible universe, the actual universe, and the universe that we could actually reach. And the universe we can actually reach is extremely finite. The visible universe is practically infinite. It's not actually infinite, but it's practically infinite. And the actual universe is actually infinite. But from just about anywhere you observe the universe from, the quantity of mass in the universe is going to be equal, which it is infinite, a finite amount that's practically infinite. But if you observe it from, let's say, Jupiter or Pluto or Andromeda, let's go with Andromeda, something significantly far away. If you observe the universe from Andromeda, you're observing a different universe because it's, whatever, 250 million light years away, 25 million light years away. It has a horizon that's 25 million light years farther in the direction that Andromeda is from the Milky Way. Make sense? But the mass that the mass of the universe, the quantity of stuff that you would see from Andromeda is equal to the quantity of stuff you would see from the Milky Way because of the size and distribution of the mass and quantity of stuff in the universe. It's pretty much homogeneously distributed. Well, there's voids and stuff, but it's pretty much homogeneously distributed. So the infinite universe that you see from Andromeda and the infinite universe you see from Earth, even though they're different infinite amounts, they're the same. And that is more of a philosophical statement than a scientific statement because it can't be measured. It can never actually physically be measured because we don't know what the universe looks like from Andromeda, because we'll never actually go to Andromeda because it's too goddamn far away. Is this where I need to be? Yeah, somewhere like right about here. Why don't I move this way so I can actually be here? Months aged 6, 5 gallons, 04, 2301. There we go. Top Shelf Dustin. I should add a smiley to every 50th bottle just for fun. Oh, Lord Dustin. That's actually not a bad idea. But I'm not gonna. I do need to mark my 2 cask strength bottles that I've got. They don't taste half bad. I gotta admit. The 2 Boomtown Bourbon cask strength bottles that I poured straight from the barrel don't taste half bad. I still don't have enough quantity. I don't have enough supply to be able to make cask strength, at the expense of my regular run of whiskey. And I only had one person specifically asking about cask strength bourbons. When I did the release, only one person bothered asking about it. So there's not much. I mean, I know there's a market, but there's not much of a market. It's not an insignificant amount. It's just not significant enough for me to divert some of my product out. I mean, that I would be sacrificing for every case of cask strength. I'd be sacrificing a case and a quarter, a case and a half. I mean, I'd have to raise the price 25%. The $75 bottle of cask strength bourbon. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm losing ink again. I mean, I don't want to do that yet. I'll never say I'll never do something. I just don't want to do it yet. Eventually, it may be an appropriate addition to my mix of my menu of beverages offered. Eventually. But at this point, not yet. Okay, I'm running out of ink. Mr. Great Shot's in the house. Cheers, Mr. G. Yep. I'm gonna let this pen rest and get the new one out. So this is a paint pen. You hear the little thing on the inside shaking to get the paint moving up. Got to let's see what's going on over here in chat. What's up, chat? I am still signing. I'm almost done though. I only have hear about the Jack Daniel's Coy Hill bottles, where because they changed the color of their pen when doing what you're doing, the one that was rarer started selling more secondary. Oh, that's kind of cool. There we go. Ink ready. All right. Yes, Bob, I'm still signing, but I only have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 65 more bottles to go. So I've already done 200 and something. I've already done 200 something. I only have about 65 left. So one pen is good for about 200 bottles, apparently. So there you go. Lots of cast strength stuff. Thanks, Mr. Great Shot. In due time. In due time. 6 months, 5 gallon, 042301. Much darker than the previous ones. Got to make sure that pen's working right. What's the proof is always asked by us geeks. Yeah, and see, I figure 90 is a good midpoint. Well, it's exactly the midpoint between 80 and 100. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll get there. We'll get there. We will get there eventually. But as always, I have to like what it tastes like. And if I don't like it, I'm not selling it. Because it's really hard to stand behind a barrel and offer people shots of something that you don't like. That's why it was so hard to do a proper rye, because I didn't like rye. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 times 8 is 50. 6. 54. Right? 7 times 8 is 54. That's not right. 8 times 8 is 64. 7 times 8 is 52. 6 times 8 is 48. So 7 times 8 would be, 56. Right? Yeah. So we have about 56 to go. As of right now. Yeah, 56. Six months, 5 gallons, 042301. And yeah, I don't doubt that there's a market without question, but I'm still working on pushing my I'm still working on pushing out this stuff. I don't want to cannibalize this market with some other market of some stuff. This is what I want to sell right now, and we'll get to the other stuff. We'll have a year or so of Boomtown Bourbon. Get into the stores I'm trying to get into. Contrary to popular belief, companies can't do everything all at once, especially when there's limited resources. And if all you're going to do is take my cask strength whiskey and proof it down to whatever proof, I mean, I'm already doing that with my water. My water's better than your water. So we can have that discussion, but my water is better. Um, y'all may think you know better than the distiller, but trust me, I've worked on this for years. I know what tastes good with my whiskey. And shitty municipal tap water, it's okay, but man, if you could make a third of my whiskey shitty municipal tap water, well, now we're gonna have to fight. But there's limited. The real thing, the big key, is that there's limited resources. I can only do so much with what I've got. I can only market so many bottles. I can only do samples of so many bottles. I can only do tastings of so many bottles. I can only be in so many stores and so many places at the same time. Um, we just can't do everything all at once all the time. Especially a small business. I mean, Brown Foreman might be able to, but if you want to buy factory schlock, go buy factory schlock. 4, 2, 3. But I can guarantee you, even if when we start with a base product of factory schlock, we do stuff to it that makes it better. Whether it's aging it in the Texas sun, shit. Whether it's aging it in the Texas heat, the Texas sun using our water. 4, 2, 3, 1. Adding staves to the barrels. Whatever it is. Finishing it in different barrels. Look at that. Fucking blue ink. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Yeah, a functional gentleman, you're not wrong. I could use more bodies, but I got to sell whiskey before I can put bodies on the problem. I would love to have goodwill ambassadors who could go all over the city and help promote our brand, but those people cost money. And are of dubious quality at best. Um, generally doing part-time work and hoping for full-time pay, and that is hard to justify. Six months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 042301. I am hoping that by the end of this year, I will be able to hire somebody for 2024. That would be a very nice. Am I not even on cam? I'm not. I'm not even on camera here. Let me. There we go. That's better. Whoops. That's better. We'll work for whiskey on the weekend. That is the kind of people I need to hire. People who will work for whiskey. Because I've got whiskey. But it's all coming to, little piece here, little piece there. It's all coming together. The pandemic really did set us back. It was tough just getting out of pandemic mode and into operational mode. Um, it was a challenge because there's also, you know, businesses that were getting into and out. I mean, it wasn't so much the shutdown that was the challenge because that gave me a chance to focus on the social media stuff. That gave me a chance to focus on marketing stuff. It gave me a chance to focus on a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have had a chance or resource to focus on otherwise, because we'd be out running around selling whiskey all the time, right? But it was the post shutdown disruptions that were more problematic. That ripple that went through everything after the fact. The the glass disruption, the cork disruption, the label disruption. There was the labels that we were getting made for our straight whiskey and special reserve and rye were made by a company that had a machine that apparently could only get the parts from China when the machine broke down, and their machines broke down like 3 times. So every time we had to order labels, they were delayed by 3 weeks or 4 weeks or a month, and it was like every single time there was a delay. And it was, we have a wait list, and now we have a broken machine, and you have to wait, but they want to get paid on time. So I'm sitting there waiting to fill bottles. I mean, it was, and the cardboard for our boxes to ship to our distributor was delayed by like 5 months. I mean, there was just problem after problem, unexpected, unforeseen, unforeseeable problems that were just almost random in nature. And that was our life for like a year. That was part of what the delay on our rye was. We had a delay on the rye because of the boxes. We had a delay on the rye because of the labels. Then we had a delay because of the boxes. Then we had the distributor didn't pick up as much as they said they would, and it was just like one stupid thing after another. And you've got to figure out how to pivot around these little headaches, these little problems. So we do the coffee liqueur during the pandemic because I had leftover coffee. 6 months aged, 5-gallon barrel, 04230. And I don't want to sound like I'm like complaining because I chose this life. I'm not complaining about it at all. It's just the fact of life. Like shit comes up and you just don't know what to do. And you have to figure out how to work around it, how to accommodate it, how to solve the problem. And God, if I had employees at the time, it would have been a disaster for them because I'd have been sitting there twiddling my thumbs like I don't know how to pay you guys because I don't know where any money's coming in. We're not selling anything. We're not selling enough. So I'd have had to lay everybody off because of a bunch of stuff that was completely and totally out of their control, out of my control. I mean, it's not like they could have gone out and sold stuff because we just didn't have stuff to sell. There was nothing to coordinate with our distributor. We had rye, we didn't have the other stuff. So even if we had a sales team and they'd have gone out and sold the rye, the distributor didn't have the rye. The distributor couldn't get the rye because we didn't have the boxes to put it in to send to the distributor. I mean, it was just uh, a giant knot of traffic. I like this pen. The fresh ink makes it look good. Less than 3 cases to go. 6 months, 5 gallon, 042301. I also find it shocking the number of people who don't know that oil comes from phytoplankton, basically fossilized phytoplankton in ancient seabeds. I find a lot of things shocking. The internet finds ways to disappoint me every single day. I know that's a random aside from what I was just talking about, but um, these ancient civilization ding dongs and phyto, oil comes from dirt silliness. I don't know. I guess I'm just in it. I have an advanced case of dad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 times 7 is 21. 1, no, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 3, I have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times I have 18, 19. I have 19 bottles here. How the hell do I have 19? Oh, let me organize this. I got to organize this table over here real quick. Two, three, four. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cases over here. And I've got, I should have 10 cases over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we'll find out what's going on, where my math is mathing. I know what you mean. We had shut down for 6 weeks to build our studio that you currently use after losing your sublease for the studio we had. I'm by Houston. I'm sure you all learned how to pivot well from Akeem the Dream Olajuwon. Yes, he showed us how to do the dream shake. But man, you can't replicate that. That man was just an absolute sorcerer on the court, and so much fun to watch. We were spoiled being able to watch that man and not appreciate his greatness while we had it. Of course, it took him about 10 years to realize his full potential. He was a beast on the court, but when he realized his full potential of not just being able to make himself great, but make everyone around him great, oh my goodness. He was so unstoppable. 99 bottles, bourbon on the table. um, well, yeah, I mean, when he was a young player, he was an extremely selfish player, but he also didn't have the guys around him who were good enough to yeah. I mean, they put a cast of players around him that made him that he was able to make better. They had a really good coach those couple of years. Um, he got much better when and probably wasn't the full 10 years. I mean, he was really really good leading into, I don't know, probably it was probably the 92 season when he started to really come into his own. But he also had a few injury issues. There were some fake injury issues that were part of contract negotiations. There was a whole saga here. But he was an unstoppable beast for a few years there. Charles Barkley was the kiss of death for this franchise. God damn, that guy was such a bad player. I mean, he was a great player. Don't get me wrong. Charles Barkley was. I'm in the wrong spot again. Charles Barkley was great. He was one of the greatest players in NBA history. But by the time we got him, he wasn't anymore. And he was. I talk about a selfish damn player. There was a. I remember seeing it was a playoff game or nearly playoff game. Ooh. It was either playoffs or nearly playoffs. I can't remember when. Championship, early rounds of the championship, early rounds of the playoffs, rather. He was the Barkley shuffle. We are down to the last 9 bottles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 9. Yeah, that's it. I was just miscounting. I was miscounting the open spaces. 2301. 6 months. 5G 042301. I have to pass to make it easier for him to make those passes. Yeah, I mean it was a whole system that, but it was in the second year when we had Drexler on the team. That was just a special year they got Drexler and everything clicked. They traded for Drexler around February and everything started clicking around late April, early May. And those two guys are playing like it was University of Houston Phi Slamma Jamma days again. They go down the court, Olajuwon past Drexler, Drexler past Olajuwon goes to the paint, passes back out to Drexler, back into Olajuwon, back out to the open. Sam Cassell for the 3. It was amazing to watch. And those guys that year, they just crushed in the playoffs. They made Robinson look like an idiot. They made Shaq look like an idiot. Shaq could not. I mean, he couldn't keep up with Hakeem. He was a mountain of a man, and you couldn't move Shaquille O'Neal, but Shaquille O'Neal also couldn't move fast enough to keep up with Dream. And Dream left that dude standing looking like a dope so many times. Same with David Robinson. He juked Robinson right out of his jock every single. Robinson was just like, I don't know. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? He just couldn't. Oh shit, yeah, Robert Horry. Oh my God, Robert Horry. Robert Horry just went to teams and won championships. It was Robert Horry is insane. He 2 with the Rockets, and yeah, it was 2 with the Rockets and 5 with the Lakers. That's all he did. He just played on teams, sat on the outside, launched bombs. It's been so long since I've watched NBA basketball. I'm almost done. I got 2 more to go. Bob 6 5G 042301. The last bottle right here. The last bottle. 6 months aged, 5 gallons, 042301. The last bottle right there. Boomtown Bourbon. We're all set. That's right. He won a couple with the Spurs. I forgot about that. I forgot he was with the Spurs for a couple of years. Robert Ory. The fucking goat. There we are. There we go. All right. So we have 260. How many do we have? We had 269 minus 268. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 10, 22 plus 4. 22 times 12 plus 4. 22 times 12 plus 4. 268 bottles. Because we had 269, and I took one. Oh, we have 269. One's over there for the display. That one's mine. That's my bottle. It's the first one that was completely finished. It's mine. So we have 268 bottles available for sale. As of right now, you see how many are officially spoken for. Let's go to my Square reports. It'll tell me my transactions. We got one yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. That's 3 cases, 36, plus 2 more, 5 cases. So we've got a quarter of this spoken for, fully and totally spoken for. I expect, which Friday and Saturday will have at least that many get sold as well. Just people walking up to buy it. They know about it. They're going to walk up and buy it. So I expect we'll sell at least 10 cases between the reservations and walk-ups, unreserved bottles. Have a little bit of both, which means we'll have 12 cases that go to the distributor until, and y'all are just going to be out of luck until March. Yeah, that's right. We started with 271. I pulled 2 out for photos and stuff, but they're not going to get sold. They'll go to the bar over here, and then I've got one that's mine. So 271 minus 3. That's where we're at. And I'm just gonna move my hat up here so you can actually see my face. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun weekend. It's 2:00. I'm going to shut it down for an hour. I'm gonna come back between 3 and 4. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'm gonna come back between 3 and 4. We're gonna have Emma Dilemma with me in studio, and then we're gonna start having a parade of guests coming through. In fact, I'm gonna send Emma a message right now. What is that? Why do I have a notification from my Square device? What's going on? Notifications. I have 4 new orders. Oh, yesterday. Place, shipments. Yeah, I counted those. Thank you. Thank you, Square, for notifying me of these things that I already knew about. Goofy. Awesome. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to send Emma a message now. We're going to make sure everything's coordinated up for later this afternoon. I'm going to ask her if 4 o'clock is okay. And that's when we'll be back, sometime between 3 and 4. How's that sound, Internet? Sound good? It should sound good because I'm saying it in English with a nice Texas accent. Look at that. I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. My wish for you is that you can have the same sense of satisfaction of bringing a project from conception to reality, to feel the sense of accomplishment that you haven't cut corners, you've stuck to what matters, you've focused on what's important, that you can see, you can get the feeling and sense of seeing something come through, and the feeling of crossing the finish line, approaching the finish line, crossing the finish line, and have that feeling in your hand that you've done something, you've accomplished something. It's a special feeling. It really is. It's a special feeling. It's a special feeling of accomplishment. I mean, we're not done yet. You know, we're still very much deep in the midpoint of this whole project that we're working on, with the distillery and everything that we're doing. But there's a distinct feeling, a sense of accomplishment. And you can do it in all kinds of things in life, whether it's raising kids or building a house or fixing a car or installing a sink or just, doing your taxes, whatever. That sense of starting a thing and seeing it finished and holding it in your hands and looking at it and going, I did that. I did it. And it ended exactly the way I pictured it ending in my mind. That's a cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling. One of the lessons I learned when I was training for the marathon is the marathon isn't run on the day of the marathon. It's run 1,000 times. In the miles that you put in on the pavement, the miles you put in at the track, the training and training and training and training and practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. Something like this. Today is not the day that this was done. This was done uh, months ago, years ago, 100 times in my head, 1,000, 10,000 times in my head. And that's where success happens. You do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, so that when you finally do get to the starting line and you finally do start actually running the miles and you actually do sign your name on the last bottle or you sign the numbers on the last bottle, it's not the first time you've done it. It's just repeating at that point muscle memory that you've developed over months and years. It's a hell of a feeling. It really is. And my wish for you is that you get to feel something like this. And if you haven't, I hope you do. If you have, I hope you cherish that feeling for your whole life. So there we go. Continue to be awesome to each other, kids. Continue to be awesome to each other. We will see you again. Oh, that camera is frozen. Genius. I will see you again in a couple of hours with a whole parade of special guests coming to join me right over there in the tasting room, where we'll just have a grand old time. So, cheers, and see you all very soon. Bye bye. This has been an award winning production.